What's up guys, Gary7 here and welcome to episode 7 of my City Skylines series here on our new city of CT. So, in the last episode we added our ore industry, just a small little area here, and it's doing really well at the moment. We also added a few little shops and our cargo station, which is doing amazing. We're getting a lot of traffic here, but it's still flowing really nicely because we managed to get it the right way round, with the traffic coming in from the left and then exiting on the right. If we see here, they're going into the left hub and then they'll come out on the right door there. And it's perfect for the traffic, to keep the traffic flowing nicely. I want to get some more public transport in. We don't have a lot, so we could think about maybe buses or something like that. We could even add a metro, but I don't think for now it's worth it. Monorails again is something we can add, cable cars, or even blimps. I've never used the taxis, so I don't know whether these are any good. We could possibly put one of these in. They're not too expensive, so we could have a taxi station right here. And then I think just add depots around, so let's try that. So we'll add that taxi depot here, and now it's just a case of adding taxi stands. So when a taxi cab is not busy, it will return to the closest taxi stand to wait for a fare unless a taxi depot is closer. So we'll add some of these around the area. We're definitely going to want them in our shopping zone, so I think we've actually got a space right there for one. We can add one here. We could even add one down in this zone here. Just get them around the world, around the map, and give people the access to them. There's one there obviously already. They can have one on the corner there. Don't really need one there. We could possibly get one up here, and then we'll put one down on the corner there. I'd rather have too many around than not enough. Again, we can get one right by the farming zone, and one over here at the end of the forestry zone. We don't have any currently in this area, so maybe we can find somewhere right in the corner at the back. So we're built too close to the edge there for that. We out of bounds there, so that won't work. Is that going to look at that? It's a perfect fit. It's as if it's designed for it. So that will be good. And then maybe right beside the university. We don't have the space for it because we've got all these houses built in a bit close. But I think for now that should be fine. We could probably get our new zoning put in over here. So what I think I'll do is I'll build in our new residential zoning here, and then I'll be back in a second when this is all zoned out. What I want to do quickly before we actually zone out this area is I'm actually going to buy this one here by the beach. So I'm actually going to buy it now for 9,000. So now we actually have access down to this beach area. We've got an old abandoned ship there. That's quite a cool little feature. I just want to see, obviously I want to build stuff here. So let's check our land value. So again, water's edge, higher value straight away. It's already in the middle rather than at the very end, so that's good. We can build that there. We will buy this square at some point as well, so this will be able to connect up. So I was going to zone it in without you, but I've decided I'm going to zone it in with you guys around, because we're going to actually add monorails into this area. This is going to be kind of like the start of our downtown area, so I'm going to start right here by the water. Oh, autosave going on. So yeah, if we go right along the water's edge, I'm going to leave it just a bit away, just so when we build it, in fact if I get the freeform tool, I'll be able to build it quite nicely along this water's edge. We'll start here, like so, and we'll be able to curve that, like a nice big curve to there. I'm not going to go too large, but I think about there would be good. And then again over here, I can't go right to the edge unfortunately, so we're going to have like a separate junction that goes down to here. The issue being with this area is it might be a little bit steep, so let's actually have a look. Yeah, this is quite a steep area, but I think we can get this to work. Again, we've got a dip here, but again, it shouldn't be too bad. We could even quickly just do this, delete this, get our terraform tool out with this one, and I'm going to slope it instead of doing anything else. I want to make it, not too bad, but yeah, soften it up a bit. I kind of want to have a bit of access there to the water. I think that'd be quite cool. There we go. And we'll go back to our monorails. Go back to the 4 lane. The reason I'm using 4 lanes as well for the outside is just because we're doing. Well, I'm going to make this into more of like the high density area. So this is going to be the start of like the downtown city area. I'm going to come up a bit closer to the highway here, and then I think what we'll do is we'll follow the train line down at a curve, and then we'll curve it this way, these are going to be shops this area, so I don't need to worry about how close they are too badly. In fact, I do need to worry about how close they are because of getting in like metro lines and stuff as well at some point. So we keep it a bit further away, like something like that. Again, let's think here. We can come up to about here, curve that in there. That's brilliant. And then we will run a line along the beach. I'm not going to go right to the edge of the beach because this is going to be like the lower residential zone. Wow, I can't even England speak at the moment, can I? So if we actually get hold of this one, we can curve this one not too rapidly, but you know, make quite a decent big curve. And then we can do the same here. We can grab here. I think actually if we take this one back a node, we can then curve it in a bit nicer, get the right angle by moving the tools, and then we can literally just grab this one, straight line across, boom. And yeah, we'll get the rest of this zoned in with some smaller roads coming off of here. Nice, so that gives us, you know, this is the monorail tracks now. So from that, we then need to do monorail stations and everything, but for that, I really want to use these big ones. They're just so good. So we've got a Metro Monorail Train Hub, which we could place literally around here. This is a big area, and we've got the trains right beside it, so if I think that would work, you know, right in the middle there would be good. It's going to complain of like no power or no water, but then I can move this train line back a bit, and then we can connect this up. Let's get in some water pipes because I know we're going to need them anyway, so let's just go straight across. Please connect up. Cool, so that's giving them water. And then we'll zone in the rest of this with roads, and then I'll be back in a second. And the roads I'm going to use, just so you can see, are going to be the 4-lane roads with decorative trees, or probably the avenues actually. Let's have a look. Large avenues. 2-lane avenue with decorative grass strips and parking space. Whereas these ones here, 4-lane roads with decorative trees, a 4-lane road with decorative trees, decorations, lower noise pollution, supports medium traffic. So there's no parking here, which might actually be better. So I think we'll go for these ones for now, and we can always add the other ones in as well at some point. So let's go for some straight roads. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to zone this up, and I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay guys, so I've zoned up this little area. I've not done the whole area yet, I've just done this, like, pretty much this quarter. If we take a quick look at the info view a second, so we've got some high residency housing in here. That's the dark green ones. We've got some offices, and then we've got a few shops. We've also got a high school and an elementary school here as well. And I've got a few bits over here just so we can extend the power. I haven't unpaused it or anything yet. We need to do that in a second, but I also need to get water across. So water wise, we're going to need to run it pretty much along this entire road, so all autosave going on. If we run that straight to here like that, we can connect that up then with this pipe here if it will let me. Boom. And then we will come down. We basically just got to do the standard things we do with all the water. I can't go too far though, because obviously I'm at the edge of our land that we own here, so I've got to be careful. I'll not be careful, but I just, you know, I physically can't go any further than what I can. This one there, and then we can do another one a little bit further up, please. Space is already occupied. Well, that's what we're trying to do, isn't it? We're trying to connect it up. And then we can run to the last one. Make sure they connect up properly to there. You know, we can always extend the pipes when we need to at some point. And then we'll have to just do the final ones down at the end here as well. So let's just continue that on to the very end, work out where we need to be, and then run it across. So about there, I'd say. I know I'm going a bit further than I need to, but it's just that I don't need to worry about it next time. With, you know, when we're zoning in the next area, we don't need to worry then about getting the water over here because we already have it in place. And I can just extend that last part when I need to. The next thing is the power. So if we unpause it, now I've got to get power. We'll let these zone in a little bit before we do the power, because then we know where we need to actually put some wind turbines, or, you know, I think wind turbines will work first of all perfectly down around here. And we've got a nice big area up here where we could actually do some strong turbines, but these ones give us more power, and then we can just literally run a cable across the whole town. So if we think about getting this lot connected up, I'm going to start off here. I'm going to run then across the river, connect straight into our industrial zone. Then when the rest of this zone's in, that should generate the power for there. We literally just need a little bit there to connect up, and then we will need something to go along here because we don't have this zoned in as of yet. So let's do that, and then we can connect this up to. Oh, we've got to be careful because of the monorails. There you go. That's going to sort that out. So I don't need to worry about that. Perfect. What needs zoning in there? So we need something to zone in here. In fact, whoa! I know what I forgot to do. Let's do this. Let's zone this area in. I want the whole area to be one place. Let's go right to the end, please. It's a massive area, this. So it's going to become like our main downtown district. Kind of like what we kind of like what we had on our other world. Let's actually delete that. I don't want to do that. I want it to continue on with Chester Heights. And then we'll go all the way to here. And then let's just zone it in the centre bit. I want to put IT cluster, everything like that on here, just because we get some nice big buildings then. And let's make sure we're up to the end. Cover that last little bit in the river. Same as here, and then we'll zone right to there. Right, so this is our Chester Heights. Let's get our district tool. Let's think. We want the default style as always. We want to have smoke detectors, recycling, la da da, park and recreation. Educational boost, recreational use. The rest of that we can leave. Taxations, we don't think we need to worry about that, so we can leave that for now. City planning, we want to go for high-tech housing because that just looks awesome. Encourage biking. We won't do the ban any of that, so that's that done. Then we need to go back to our specialization here, and then we've got this one, which is the IT cluster. So let's choose that one for there. Residency wise, what's this one? Self-sufficient buildings. So the self-sufficient residential buildings recycle their waste and produce energy with solar panels and by other means. Consumes 30% less electricity, produces 30% less garbage, generates 30% less tax income. So that's not too bad if we're reducing everything else. We can actually do a whole self-sufficient, which is what we've got up here. Again, these aren't they're self-sufficient, but I don't know if they are anymore because we put the high-tech housing on it instead. But yeah, let's see how these guys build in. Or shall we leave the high-tech? I think we'll leave it like that for now. I need to get some more power to the rest of these. Again, I've got stations and everything around, so they're saying this guy's not got any water, so we can literally just go, okay, now you do. And then power-wise for him, we could maybe run a grid down to it, or we could literally just place its own turbine just for now, just to give it the power so it can stop being too worried. And again, these parks and that one there we need to sort out as well. We need to try and zone in this little area beside it, but our demand has gone right down now, obviously because we built a fair amount in one go. So let's keep this building in, keep generating some money. I hate building these, as if any of you have watched my other series you'll know. It's one of my banes of this game is having to build power cables. Does that connect up? Yes it does, thank you very much, and that connects to there. So it's just literally these last few down here, but we can probably, we have actually got some shops building in here. Great. 6, 5, 6, 5, come on. We'll do that one onto the beach, and then we'll literally run a power line from here up to there. It gives them the power they need. Don't need to worry about those two parks for now. I think we'll be okay. I can even just run, okay, we're up to the cemetery, and then we can run one. I don't really want to, but I think we'll leave those two parks for now. No, because they're going to get really annoyed. I think they actually end up leaving if you don't do it, so let's just run the first cable like so. It's going to delete what we want, so let's definitely not do that. That's one, and then the next one we can just power from this grid here. So I'm going to try and run it along the footpath without deleting any of it. That will all get deleted in time, so that now has got us the power. This is all building in, so we're going to get some nice high-rise buildings here. I think on the front here we're going to do obviously all of our leisure stuff and add bits and bobs. Let's take a quick look at our trams, not trams, our metro, that one there, monorails. They've not added anything yet because I've not added any lines. So maybe now is the time for us to do that, once I've connected this up anyway. So let's do that. Let's think. We're going to want to go from this inner line first of all, I think. I want to keep it a fair distance away, and then we can connect in. I definitely want a curve. I want it to go straight. So let's get a straight connector. Let's see if we can maybe bring this. Oh, so you actually have to have a curve, which is a shame. I'd rather it didn't. I just think, and then we can delete that, and then we can bring this one in. That's a much better connection there. And then up here, I don't need it connecting all the way up there because it's going to be a bit far. You know, we could connect it like so just for now, just so they can get in and out. This is just a temporary connection. It's just because we've obviously only got stops around this, but we don't have anything up here for now. And the reason I've done the housing in the inside and then offices and that is because we've got these tram stations. They create a lot of noise, so I thought let's keep them separated. So now we're actually connected up those lines, we can add finally some stops. So let's first of all create a new line here, please. I'm going to go all the way around to this stop, and then we'll go keep following it around to the next stop again, like so. I've not actually done a line or anything in here yet, but that can be added in time, and then we'll come up to there. Then we'll run another one going the other way, like so, just for now, because it's nice, always good to have them running in both directions. This one's probably not going to get used too much, but it's there for when we build over. So we've got those two lines in. It's going to make these people happier. We've got the schools, we've got cemetery, which actually had to add a second cemetery. We've got healthcare, I added that already, and now we need to think about police and fire services. So the town would be a good place for the big fire station to go. I don't think it adds a major difference to it, so we could actually put that right in the centre here. It does cost a lot of money, but I think it's pretty cool. And then for the police headquarters, we need 60 grand. We can do that in a second, or we can quickly check our economy. We can take that back out now. I don't have enough for that yet, but you know, we're at 38 grand, so that should be fine. We'll keep an eye on everything, how it's building in, and then I'll be back in a second. So we've got a big demand now for shopping. So again, high density shopping. I think keeping it along the tram lines would be a good idea. And then if we just do a zone like this, I might leave this one for office spacing, and we'll let this build in. Again, it's connecting power wise to there, so that's good, and it might generate the power across. This centre bit, I might just add some shops like so, and then we want offices there to connect and to create a bit of a sound barrier. We have a little bit of demand for housing, but again, I'm pretty sure we've got a large amount of this all zoned in already for housing, so we don't need to worry too much for that. I'm going to zone this in as well for some more high density housing. We're going to keep all the high density obviously over this side of the river, I think, for now. I'm going to do some low density around this area to bring it down towards the shoreline, and then we're going to unlock over here at some point, so that'll be good. We actually haven't even thought about that, haven't got this connected up anywhere, so we need to quickly get a couple connections in. So first thing we're going to do is just do a 4-way standard with grass. I think coming out here will be absolutely fine. Get a nice little bridge that goes across the river to there, and then we can connect that in to there. That's one connection in, and then the next one we're going to want to come off is off of here. I don't really like going where there's lots of connections, but again, we will make do with what we have here. I need to come in, in fact I will need to come in straight, so I need to come in about here, about there, connect up to that road. I will need to reconnect that power. That is absolutely fine with me. And then let's connect that there, and then they can use the highway to get in, and they can use all that there. Cable wise, we need to just run this one to the road, pop it across. That's connected there. That's absolutely fantastic. This is burning down again. So fire wise, let's have a quick look. We don't have this yet. That's 55 grand. We might have to put one of them in a minute. We have got a little bit of fire coverage, but not too much. We'll let this burn down for now. We'll sort this out in 2 seconds. Let's have a little look over here. So yeah, not enough unskilled workers this is going to be. I can already tell because it's just what it says, not enough workers. So we've got uneducated, we need 5 uneducated, 14 educated, 5 well educated, and no highly educated. 14 more jobs available, so we need some educated people for this one. So we should have educated people. There's no reason we shouldn't. If we check our info view and go up to the schools, We've got plenty, 40% educated in high school, 40% educated, 13% uneducated, 29% well educated, 16% highly educated. We don't have any public libraries, we should probably add some of them in a minute. So yeah, we've only got 4% unemployment, so that's not too bad at all. We've got 5,624 people employed, but we've got 7,000 jobs. So the problem might be we've got more jobs than we do people, which we can see. Again, we've got quite a lot of just mixed people over here, and these are mostly the adults, so again they're going to be going for jobs somewhere else. What we need to do is just let this run and then see what we can do about getting more uneducated workers. We could even unzone some of this, actually get rid of some of the standard industry, keep the farming in that. I think if we unzone, not the entire block, but let's get rid of that and that for now. That will maybe reduce some of the issues. Let's get a select tool and we'll go up to this building as well, just to give us some sort of something. Maybe that might help get rid of some of the people. That'll help, just delete them. Then we need to connect the power up. There we go. Save that from being too bad. We've lost the whole forestry again because of fires. Look at all these fire engines here trying to sort it out. Literally probably every fire engine from the town is here. When we get the money, I think we have the money now, we should definitely invest in the fire helicopter department. But we need it by the river, and we need it somewhere, not on the main road where it's going to get busy. So we're going to need to build another road. We're going to need to build another road for it. I can't even get my words out today. So maybe we can build it off of this junction here somewhere. It could go there, but it would be a bit weird by the dirt. It's only noisy, so it's not even like we couldn't have it just here. So let's find a place and get this in. We've added the fire helicopter depot here. I've added a two-way road here so they can get in and out, but then I've added it one way so they can go into the industry if they want to. I'm going to have to change this from traffic lights to a stoplight. I kind of want to stop people using this as a through road though. I just want to make it for the fire department, but I don't think you can change that for now. So let's check again. You don't need traffic lights there. I think just a stoplight would be fine. Again, then they come straight onto the highway. I might need to change this highway actually, as make it a proper highway and then have a roundabout, a roundabout over the top of it if it gets busy. But it's okay for now. So we've got a nice new IT cluster and our downtown area with our metro monorail. We'll add this into the trains at some point, but I think that'll can wait for the next episode. But if you've enjoyed this, guys, hit that like button. If you are new, please do drop a sub and a follow. I'll be back again soon with some more City Skylines. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.